I have had this idea for a very long time now, and today is the day it all finally comes together. This is a tour of my 3,600-day-old Minecraft world. From the smaller builds and farms to my greatest creations in this entire world. Starting off with this insignificant patch of podzol. Yeah, I know, it doesn't look like much. But this has been my tree farm for hundreds, actually probably thousands of days at this point. I desperately need an actual tree farm. The second build is actually my home. No, I did not just yoink this from a villager. What are you talking about? So as soon as you enter, you can see two wolves here with white wolf armor, I think. I don't know, it's been a while. And here are the three original dogs. The orange one was the very first dog I ever got in this entire world, and somehow I managed to keep him alive. And there's just a bed there with a couple of chests and a cat. I'm not really a cat guy. I prefer dogs over cats, if you couldn't tell. And just a bunch of random stuff over here for decoration and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not great at building, if you couldn't tell. And here's a map of the world, but it kind of contains spoilers, so I'm probably gonna blur it out. Next up is this axolotl cage. I mean enclosure that they're totally fed in. Yeah, I built this a while ago. It kind of looks bad. I don't want to talk about it. I'm embarrassed. Let's just move on to the turtle enclosure. This is actually much better than what I gave the axolotls. They have like a little water feature here, bunch of sand that they can just, you know, do turtle stuff on, lay a bunch of eggs that totally laid by them, by the way. That don't question it. You know what? Even though I gave them all of this space, they all still crowd around just this one spot. What is that all about? And I'm getting out of here. Don't ask me how I got these. The fourth build is actually a 3-in-1. First we have the cows, and no, obviously this is not my main source of food. We'll get to that in a bit. The second is the chickens, and the third and the last one is the armadillos. I basically have infinite wolf armor. This next one isn't really a build, it's just a couple of trees, but this was when these trees, or I guess fungus, but this was when they were just added, so it's like a brand new thing and it's like super cool. So I just decided to place it in the middle of my world and never removed it since, so it's just kind of there now. The fifth build is actually the third farm, and it's right over here. This is my manual melon farm, and if you can see some resemblance to this melon farm from somewhere else, let me know down in the comment section. The next farm is the first automatic farm of this video, and it is none other than the sheep farm right here. I think I have about 11 sheep, I think. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep, that's right. So I have 11 sheep, and this farm is absolutely crazy, right? Like, it's just full of wool here and there. I think I just emptied it, so it's actually not as much as it was before, but there's like a crazy amount of wool. It is almost getting to this chest right here. This farm is way too OP. Most people actually won't consider this a farm because these are essentially just rail dupers. So this is for powered rails, and right here this one is for normal rails. So how it works is I just flick this lever and it just duplicates it, as you can see. Same thing with the normal rails over here. Call it cheating, I don't care. This is probably the next simplest farm after that quote-unquote tree farm that I just showed you, and this is my fish farm. I just stand here with my maxed out fishing rod and hold right click, and eventually I get something. The ninth showcase of this video is actually one of the most useful farms I've ever built, and it's a slime farm for all different sorts of farms and builds. This next farm is actually one of the very few farms that I've entirely built by myself in this whole world, and that is this snow farm. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. There's a roof over his head so that if it rains he doesn't die, and it's very simple. You just keep holding down left click here and all of the snow layers go into the hoppers, and right under this block is a hopper minecart, so that picks up the blocks or the snow layers as well and puts it into this dispenser, which puts it into this chest. So this next one is a very simple build as well, and it's just a pop-up enchantment table kind of thing. So I just flick this lever and all of the bookshelves pop up, and I can get my level 30 enchantment. And when I don't need it, boop, gone. I also have a bunch of books and some lapis in this chest for easy access while I'm enchanting here, so I don't have to keep going back and coming, you know. These next two farms that I'm about to show you are absolute classics, so if I just open this trap door, you can see this is a spider farm. Of course, with the help of a spawner right here, so it just spawns the spiders, they go down here, and I kill them. The next one is a spawner farm as well, and it's an even more classic one because this is actually a zombie spawner. Again, it's very simple. They just go here, go up, come down, and it's a one-hit farm. These are one of the earliest farms that I ever made in this world. The 12th farm of this video is actually one of the most useful farms, and it's a villager breeder right here. It just produces so many villagers, dude. So many, in fact, that I've temporarily disabled it. I have way too many villagers. And while we're here, let's just knock up some of the obvious ones, like the netherwort farm, carrot farm, potato farm, wheat farm, and finally the small pumpkin farm. This is the first setup for an achievement that I'll be showing in this video, and it's all for this dude right here. There's this achievement in Minecraft which is trade with a villager at the build height, and as you can see, I'm at the build height. Just traded for a piece of bread with the guy and got the achievement. Here is the absolute easiest way for me to make villager money in Minecraft. This is my Fletcher trading hall, and there are 32 villagers here who all give me 1 emerald for 7 sticks. I did want to make it so that it is 1 stick for 1 emerald. As you can see, some of the guys have the prices even higher, but after this point all of them are 7 sticks for an emerald. But Mojang made an update by that time, so you could only cure the villager once, and that was my plan foiled. This is another farm I tried building by myself, and it's just a semi-automatic wheat farm. Nothing too crazy. If we go all the way back here, we come to this piston-activated sugarcane farm, but it's been super long since I used this, as you can see, since I built a much better one later on, which I will show you in a bit. Next up are my supersmelters. Yes, smelters plural, because I have one here with blast furnaces for ores, and I have one with normal furnaces for everything else. But I do want to make a much better super smelter in the future, so drop a like if you want to see that. Here is my insanely OP cobblestone farm. This thing produces so much cobblestone that I don't think I'll need cobble for the next 10 years. That may or may not have been a slight exaggeration. The way it works is I just flick this lever, the TNT comes out, and it explodes in the middle, and as you can see, the cobble is just flowing in. Here is my 7-layer cactus farm. I just didn't have green dye one day, so I decided, you know what, I'm never gonna not have green dye ever again. So, not too long ago, Mojang made an update just to ruin my life with the addition of ominous bottles, which kind of forced me to make this next farm. And if you hadn't guessed already, yes, that's the ominous bottle farm. But haven't yet made a new raid farm. Subscribe if you want to see that. Here's the old raid farm that Mojang decided to absolutely destroy. Even made an auto sorter and everything. Look at all these extra totems. Here's a farm that you've kind of been seeing throughout the entire video, kind of here and there. And that is my double creeper farm. So I just AFK here, and both the farms work at the same time, giving me double the produce. That name tag thing is kind of weird. And there are common chests where everything comes to. The next farm is the better sugarcane farm I was talking about earlier in the video. So this one uses a hopper clock, which sets off this trapdoor like this, and this piston-slime flying machine just takes off, getting me more sugarcane than I could ever need. Oh yeah, and all of these are just enderpearl stasis chambers for when I'm not here and I want the farm to run. I showed you the huge manual melon farm earlier, but now it's time for the automatic one. This thing produces an insane amount of melons, and honestly, I built this just because I was kind of bored. This is one of the more recent farms I've built, and it's a slime farm making use of the new oozing potion. But I think I kind of broke it, so I need to fix that. Next up is this bamboo farm without any bamboo because it's kind of lagging out my world, and I just decided I have enough bamboo. I do feel a little under the weather, so I think I'm gonna try and finish up this video as fast as I can. The next farm I'm gonna show you is arguably the most useful farm in this entire video, and that is none other than my iron farm right over here. This farm produces an insane, and I mean insane amount of iron. Never had a shortage ever since I built it. I haven't even been AFKing, it's just been kind of running in the background, and already look at how much iron I have. But that isn't even all of it. I'll show you the rest at the end of the video. I showed you a zombie farm. I also showed you a spider farm, as well as a skeleton farm, and my double creeper farm. But this farm is all of those farms and more combined into just one singular farm, and that is my 15-layer multi-mob farm. I cannot even describe the rates of this farm, that's how fast it is. And because of that, super helpful. Let's move on to the second water-related farm of this video. And that is my portal-based guardian farm. This is also another one of those projects that I took on just because I was bored and had nothing else to do. I literally have no purpose for this farm. Now we're gonna move on to some of the more interesting farms of the video. Starting off with this gravity block farm, where I can duplicate sand, concrete powder, gravel, anvils, anything that you could think of that can't fall. Yes, even dragon eggs. So if I just flick this lever, everything starts going haywire. And on the end side, it looks like this. And while we're in the end, let me just show you a couple more farms that are here. The first one being this bee farm over here. And you might think, why did you put this in the end? That's actually because bees go to bed at night. And since there's no night in the end, I get free labor 24/7. I'm so cringe. So as you can see, it gives me honey bottles and honeycomb. The second end farm is this very classic run-of-the-mill enderman farm. Nothing too crazy about it. And the last farm of the end is right under this portal that takes me back to the overworld. And that is this wither farm right here. Yeah, wither farm, not wither skeleton farm. This is a wonderful way to get nether stars while being AFK. Just place 3 skulls here, and the minecart will take the wither out due to entity cramming, and rinse and repeat. Now let's move on to some nether farms. Starting off with this very simple blaze farm. It literally cannot get simpler than this. There's a spawner, spawns blaze, I killed him. That's it. It's time to head to the nether roof, where all the rest of my farms are. And the first farm up here is my magma cream farm. The only reason that I wanted to build this was obviously to get magma cream, but I wanted magma cream because I wanted magma blocks. And I wanted magma blocks for my gold farms. And this is the first of 2 gold farms that Mojang decided to ruin again. I'm sure you've seen this before somewhere on YouTube. All the piglins are mad at me because I shot one of them, and they all come towards me, fall into the minecart, die to entity cramming, and the idea is that they all drop their gold and XP. But like I said, Mojang ruined it and now I get nothing. I even made such an elaborate system to sort it all out. And here is the second farm that they decided to ruin. Building this whole thing was so tedious and took so unbelievably long. And it got nerfed, just like that. And there was nothing I could do about it. Anyway, here's a farm that Mojang didn't ruin, and that's the better food source I was talking about earlier. All of these hoglins spawn, get scared of the fungi on the sides, run towards the middle, fall into the lava, and I get free cooked food. For how simple this farm is, it produces so much. About 2,000 blocks in this direction is my wither skeleton farm. Down here, all of the wither skeletons spawn, they get attracted to the golem in the middle, they go towards the golem but get transported to another portal which pushes them into the overworld, and through there they go into another portal which pushes them back into the nether, and I kill them up here. And I made a very scuffed storage system for this as well, with all the bones here, coal here, and skulls here. Now I'm gonna show you the setup for the last achievement of this video, and that's this one right here. So I built this huge platform entirely of netherrack, waited for a gas to spawn just like this, lured it into the overworld right here actually, but it created a new one since I destroyed this one, and killed it right over here somewhere. I did take a screenshot, so here's that for some proof. And if you still don't believe that I did legitimately, I don't know how else to prove it. That just about wraps up the nether side of things. I showed you my Fletcher trading hall earlier, and here is my all-purpose trading hall. Yes, I know the flooring looks very ugly, but it's practical, because I don't want any iron golems to spawn in here. As you can see, I have a guy for fortune, a guy for mending, a guy for infinity, basically every enchantment you can think of, as well as cartographers, leather workers, shepherds, one Fletcher. Don't ask what happened to the rest, or any of these guys. Don't worry about it. I did forget to show you guys one farm in the end, and it's arguably one of the most important ones, and that is of course my shulker farm. Pretty simple design for absolutely insane rates. And just like the iron, I'll show you how much this made at the end of the video. We're moving on to the penultimate build of this video, and the final water related build, and that is my drained ocean monument. Just look at it there in all of its glory. I still cannot believe I did this. And here's some proof that I did it legit. Comment down below if you want to see me transform this ocean monument. Let's move on to the final and most extreme build of this entire video. No, it's not this. I know this sucks. Don't come at me. And no, it's not this brewery right here either. This is very simple, nothing too complicated. But if we go down here, we reach my epic auto sorter. This place contains anything you could think of. Literally every item that I could possibly need. From ores to blocks to wood to redstone. Everything. I've got it covered. And of course I have a slave area. Don't worry about it. I got things sorted out. It's all good. This is actually a modified version of the original. I had a hopper system earlier, but I found that to be too slow, so I converted it into a water system. I didn't do this too long ago actually. But yeah, I've poured thousands of hours into this world, so I would really appreciate it if you guys could drop a like and hit that subscribe button. I have linked all of the music and the farms that you've seen in this video down in the description. And also a video showcasing my controls, resource packs, mods, all of that is coming very soon as well. I'll see you soon.